When Donna Coplin of Hazel, South Dakota bought her first 40 ewes in the late 1960s, she could sell her lambs at any of a half dozen livestock sale barns within 75 miles of her farm. Today, her son Joe, who has taken over the flock, has a limited number of nearby locations where he could buy or sell lambs.
Willow Lake was on Monday. Tuesday was Britain, South Dakota. Wednesday was Watertown. Thursday was Redfield. Friday was Sisseton. Sisseton has started a sale once to twice a month on sheep. Other than that, all the other barns have either closed permanently or quit selling sheep.
The outlook is the same throughout much of the nation as fewer and larger farms have made for fewer local livestock auctions. However, most producers can still deliver to larger packing plants, as the Coplins used to do, taking trailer loads of lambs to Sioux Falls, South Dakota processors. But packer consolidation, combined with a move toward advanced contracts, is heralding yet another evolution in livestock marketing. One of the factors in this change came from the Livestock Mandatory Reporting Act, which was put in place in 2001 as a response to historically low hog prices a few years earlier. To improve pricing transparency, processors were now required to send USDA a report of what they paid for livestock. In order to give packers anonymity, a composite price was released to the public.
Before that, it was all voluntary. So this would be a USDA AMS market reporter calling up and asking, what are you selling hogs for today? Or, what are you buying hogs for today? Well, if you fast forward now, 16 years into the future, it became such a good mechanism of looking in the rearview mirror, it also became a point of price discovery. Producers and processors started using that information in their contracts because it was such good information. And as that happened, we moved away from negotiated trade.
Under certain conditions, the measure prohibits the release of pricing information, such as when fewer than 3 major packing plants are reporting.
Once you drop below a threshold, either on the number of transactions or the number of buyers or sellers, is that you don't report those prices for that reason, because it could lead to unintended collusion.
The confidentiality rules can, however, create information gaps that some producers consider a pill that is hard to swallow. The smaller number of companies had made it impossible for USDA to release slaughter pricing information on lambs for much of 2014. In 2015, when JBS USA sold its Greeley, Colorado packing plant, only 2 major players in the nation continued processing lambs: Superior Farms and Mountain State Rosen. This created a problem for lamb producers who signed up for the Livestock Risk Protection Program, a first-of-its-kind insurance adopted for lambs in 2007. LRP, to which both producers and the government contribute, provides loss protection based on a price formula that includes packer reports.
So the formula is based on historical prices, which we always have, but they're also based on current prices, and current prices are based on having enough packers reporting that have a certain amount of volume every week. If you're missing any one component, then the product can't be offered. We went for well over a year because of confidentiality concerns.
Patty DeZeo, who sells crop and livestock insurance as well as raising sheep, says the lack of pricing information creates gaps in the availability of LRP, which creates a major hurdle for some producers.
It is a hardship because as young people want to get involved in the lamb and sheep industry, to go and try to get a loan to start up. I mean, there's not a banker in the world that's going to give you a loan unless you've got some way of protecting the investment that you have. And lamb LRP insurance provides some of that protection that they need.
Coplin, who has grown the capacity of his mother's lamb feedlot to 12,000 head, had to adapt as packers, particularly those processing lambs, became fewer and farther between. He installed a scale to buy feeder lambs directly from breeders, and ultimately began serving as a regional buying station for the packer Superior Farms.
The lamb buying here isn't significant really to our operation. But it is, to me anyway, it's significant to the area to provide another outlet for lambs, because marketing is an issue and competition within the lamb business is an issue, having homes for slaughter lambs.
Copland points out that the fewer numbers of lambs, compared to hogs and cattle, is part of the issue.
The lambs just aren't out there. There has been a small swing back. I'd call it more stabilization than an increase in numbers. I think numbers will increase because it's an operation that a smaller producer can get into without large facilities.
The handwriting may already be on the wall for the rest of the livestock business. Construction of new hog processing plants, many partner or owner supplied, may force a discussion about price reporting exemptions.
Now I'm considered a packer owner. So do my hogs that I'm selling, or in cooperative terms they refer to it as a transfer price, should those animals count? The lamb industry's been there, the pork industry's going to be there. I'm going to guess as we look into the future, I think you're going to see it in the cattle industry. I think that's the way you're going to see it.
For Market to Market, I'm Colleen Bradford Krantz.